Hey guys, what you're looking at is an image taken by a team of scientists on a research expedition to Antarctica. It appears to show two very strange things lurking beneath the icy surface. But what are they? And does it have something to do with this scientist's strange behavior? Well, that's what we'll investigate in today's video. It all started when the research team was conducting their experiments off the coast of Antarctica. Their mission was to learn more about the wildlife living below the surface of the Antarctic ice. However, they had no idea that they would be making one of the most significant discoveries in history. The first thing they noticed was the strange behavior of one of the penguins on the team. One of the penguins suddenly started acting erratically, moving in unusual ways that nobody could understand. This penguin didn't seem like it belonged with the rest of the group. After further observation, they realized that this penguin wasn't just acting strangely. Its physical characteristics were also different from the other penguins. It was a lot bigger than the others, and seemed to be glowing from within. At first, the scientists thought this was some kind of rare genetic mutation. However, after examining the penguin, they realized that it was pregnant. It turns out that this large penguin had come from a parallel universe where penguins evolved differently. In our universe, penguins are flightless birds that waddle around on land, but this penguin from another universe had wings and could fly. However, there was a problem. This flying penguin couldn't fly back home because there was no air in the atmosphere of its universe. It was trapped here forever. However, the discovery of the flying penguin was only the beginning. As the scientists continued their research, they soon realized that there was something else lurking beneath the Antarctic ice, something that was even more shocking. What they found will change everything we know about the world. But before we reveal what they discovered, let's take a moment to appreciate the work of these brave scientists. These scientists put their lives on the line every day as they venture into the unknown depths of the ocean to study the creatures that live there. They use special equipment to drill through the thick layer of ice that covers the Earth's surface so that they can get a glimpse of what lies beneath. The conditions are often harsh and unforgiving, but these scientists are not deterred. They brave freezing temperatures and crushing pressures in order to unlock the secrets of the deep sea. These scientists have made many incredible discoveries. They've found entire ecosystems thriving in the darkness, and they've witnessed some truly bizarre creatures. But perhaps most importantly, they're helping us to understand the impact of climate change on the ocean. By studying the creatures that live in the deep sea, they're able to monitor how well they adapt to changes in temperature and acidity. This information is crucial for predicting how the rest of the ocean ecosystem will respond to these changes. So, let's take a moment to appreciate the courage and dedication of these amazing people. Thanks to their hard work, we're learning more about the world around us than ever before. Now let's get back to the video. As they descended deeper into the icy waters, the team came across an enormous structure that appeared to be made of pure energy. At first, they couldn't believe what they were seeing. They thought it was some kind of mirage caused by the extreme temperatures and pressures of the deep sea. But as they approached the structure, they realized that it was real. This structure was unlike anything they had ever seen before. It was massive and perfectly smooth, and it seemed to hum with an energy that was both beautiful and terrifying. The team knew that they had stumbled upon something truly extraordinary, something that would change their understanding of the world forever. As they continued to explore the structure, they began to notice strange markings on its surface. At first, they couldn't make heads or tails of these markings, but as they studied them more closely, they began to realize that they were actually incredibly detailed maps. These maps showed not just the surface of the Earth, but the entire universe with galaxies, stars, and planets all laid out in perfect detail. But that wasn't all. As they continued to explore the structure, they began to notice other signs of life. There were footprints that looked like they had been made by beings with multiple legs, and there were also strange symbols carved into the walls. These symbols seemed to tell a story, but one that was written in a language the team didn't understand. Despite the mystery surrounding the structure, the team knew that they had to document everything they were seeing. They took samples of the walls and the ground, hoping that they could analyze them back on the surface to find out more information. They also tried to communicate with whatever might be out there, sending out messages and hoping for a response. But as days turned into weeks, the team began to grow frustrated. They had been unable to decipher any of the markings or symbols, and they hadn't received any response to their messages. Just when they were about to give up hope, one of the scientists made a breakthrough. He had been studying the maps on the structure, and he had finally realized that they weren't just maps of the universe, they were also time maps. Each galaxy, star and planet was also located in a specific time frame, showing the evolution of the universe over billions of years. With this realization, the team was able to piece together the story that the symbols on the walls were telling. They learned that the structure was created by a highly advanced civilization that had existed on Earth millions of years ago. This civilization had been incredibly knowledgeable, possessing a deep understanding of the universe and the laws that governed it. They had developed a technology that allowed them to travel through space and time, exploring the vast reaches of the cosmos and discovering new worlds and civilizations. But ultimately, this advanced civilization had been wiped out by a natural disaster, leaving behind only this one structure as evidence of their existence. The team was stunned by what they had discovered. They had uncovered a secret that had been hidden for millions of years, a secret that could change our understanding of human history forever. They knew that they had to share their discovery with the world, but they also knew that it would cause a lot of controversy. Some people would believe their story, but many others would dismiss it as a hoax. But despite the skepticism, the team felt that it was important to come forward with what they had discovered. They published their findings in a scientific journal, and soon the world was buzzing with the news of the discovery. Some people were excited by the prospect of learning more about the history of our planet. Others were skeptical, believing that it was nothing more than a tall tale. But the team pressed on, determined to uncover the truth. They returned to the site of the discovery and began excavating the area around the structure, hoping to find more clues about the advanced civilization that had lived there. They found artifacts and pieces of technology that were unlike anything they had ever seen before, proving that their discovery was legitimate. As time went on, more and more evidence of the advanced civilization came to light. We learned about their culture, their society, and their technology, and we began to understand that they had been far more advanced than we had ever imagined. The discovery of the structure in Antarctica changed everything we thought we knew about the history of our planet. It forced us to reevaluate our place in the universe and to consider the possibility that we are not alone. While many people still remain skeptical, the evidence is clear. There is a structure in Antarctica that is unlike anything we have ever seen before, and it is a reminder that there is still so much we don't know about the world around us. The discovery also raised a lot of ethical questions. If we are able to make contact with other intelligent life forms out there, how should we proceed? Should we try to communicate with them, or should we observe them from afar? These are difficult questions that we will have to answer as we continue to explore the universe. In conclusion, the discovery of the structure in Antarctica was one of the most significant events in human history. It forced us to reevaluate everything we thought we knew about the universe and our place in it. While there is still much that we don't know, one thing is certain: we are not alone. There are other intelligent life forms out there, and it is only a matter of time before we make contact with them. When that happens, we must be prepared to handle the situation with care and respect. The future of humanity may depend on it. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this.